Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful Friday. Made it to the end of the week. You've got a couple more hours till the weekend. So I hope your day is going well. It's been actually a nice mild start. As you can see by radar, there's not much to note so far. We're seeing some beautiful conditions this morning, though a little overcast. We are kind of picking up some cloud cover for the day, but it's going to kind of keep us around a low end 90 for some areas, and then most of us being in those upper 80s. It'll be nice, gorgeous conditions. And as always, feel free, tell me what the weather's looking like for you. I know we actually had a passing shower around like the 6 o'clock hour this morning through Decatur, parts of Morgan County, Limestone, and I believe Lawrence as well got like a little passing shower this morning. Looked like it was heavy rain at first, and then it quickly fizzled out. By the time I saw it and got ready to track, it was nothing. So I was like, oh my gosh, there's a shower that popped up. And then it just kind of fizzled out after I showed one or two little graphics about it. But still, beautiful and clear conditions. It's nice opportunity to get out, enjoy some sunshine. It's Friday. If you've got some lunch plans or you are going to make lunch plans, you could probably enjoy outside. It's not going to be too hot today. But taking a look at Athens right now, seems like traffic is flowing smoothly. Again, you can see some prominent clouds there. Still going to see peaks of sunshine throughout the day as well. So don't expect a full, complete overcast day that we've seen for the past couple of days. We'll get some opportunities for some nice sunshine peeking through those clouds. Again, temperatures right now in those low end 80s are starting to warm up for the most part across the valley. Some areas still holding on to those upper 70s. As you can see, Fort Payne, honestly, Fort Payne, Pulaski, and Lawrenceburg were kind of the outliers this morning, still hanging on to some upper 60s, especially with DeKalb County, Jackson County, both of those areas dealing with some rain-cooled air. It was very chilly this morning, I would say. Now, I say chilly for upper 60s just because you see me having a jacket around this time of morning. It is a little chilly in the newsroom, but lots of areas in those low-end 80s at the moment. We're still considering a good deal of a warm-up to come for a lot of these areas. So, let's see. Hello, Sarah, and hi, Daniel. How are you? Daniel had a really good question last week and asked me about tornadoes and do they tend to happen more in the fall, which is a really good question. I was able to answer that. And just a little tidbit for you guys. Essentially, rain chances happen in between those seasons that are kind of changing due to the shift in patterns of air. So once you, let's say like right now, we are dealing with warmer air mass, and when cooler air mass comes in, we start to get more storms, we start getting more rain chances, and that leaves some room for instability within our atmosphere that then turns into some severe thunderstorms that could happen as well. So make sure that you are keeping that in mind for the next passing of one moment. But make sure you're keeping that in mind for the next couple of weeks. We're going to continue to see some of those chances moving up. Sorry, it's my dad. But yes, once we get through this morning, we'll see those rain chances fall off. I mean, 10% expected for your Friday and your Saturday. So that's always really cool to have nice conditions to start your weekend. However, once we get into Saturday or Sunday is when we start to pick up some higher end rain chances. So, Max, you want to click for me? Wow, this is the first time that it's done this. It has never gotten hung up like this for me. Let's see. I'm gonna see if we could get it to work if I step out in this little hallway here. Oh my gosh. Did it change? This is crazy. All right. Huh. Max doesn't want to work for me. That is so weird. All right, well, we're going to take a brief intermission. Give me 1 second.
Right here. It's right around this corner.
All right, so it looks like Max is not wanting to work for me, guys. It's kind of crazy. It's not responding, which is never good. But you know what I'll try and do? You know what? Actually, it's telling me some scary stuff that I'm going to go pull up and get our IT folks to come help out in just a minute. So, back to our main point, though. We're going to start to see a warm-up, and I promise I'm coming back. I'm on my way. We'll start to see a warm-up for this weekend, but we'll expect temperatures to be closer to those low-end 80s and even in the 90s for some areas. It'll be a tough challenge for some areas to get into the 90s because we'll expect to see some cloud cover that'll continue to kind of flow throughout the day. It will give us a slight breeze, but not enough to cool us off, you know, just enough for you to kind of feel a little cooler. So, of course, we have some technical difficulties, you guys, but yes. Thanks, you guys, for working with me. So it seems as though we're having some type of problem with the server itself. I'm probably gonna have to get that fixed before we do TVL. So we'll see about that in a minute. But for the most part, though, we'll continue to see temperatures in the upper 80s to the low end 90s. Rain chances will pick up, though, once we get closer to Sunday. Sunday's expectation for rain chances is around 30%, and then moving into Monday and Tuesday, we get 40% by that point. So I'm gonna try again, see if it wants to work. Yeah, that's not good. Yikes. Well, luckily I remember my graphics. So I believe the other point for today too was we have some low end heat index values. Right now we're expecting our highest value to be around like 92 or 93 for those areas that cross that threshold of 90 today. Some areas could be around 91 to 92. I would say that's going to be more of our western folks though. Muscle Shoals is always a good outlier and indicator of some warm weather. Fort Payne, DeKalb, Jackson counties, a good deal of the cooling that these counties are experiencing is coming off of still rain-cooled air coming from Georgia. So it will be more of a challenge for those areas to warm up to those upper 80s. So you could see 88 at best, but even still, you could maybe have 86 for most of your day, most of the hot hours of the day. But a lot of it is going to be a mixed bag right around that 88 to 91, I would say, range there for a lot of these areas. And then once we start to move into the afternoon hours, we could see a passing shower right around 2 to 3 o'clock for Winchester and surrounding areas. And then it moves and makes its way. It looks like it's moving slow, but it also looks like it's just a light downpour of rain. Doesn't seem like it's torrential, extreme sheets. It just seems like it's very run-of-the-mill little rain shower. Looks like it makes its way to Meridianville and Huntsville right around the 4 and 5 o'clock hour, the commute home for some folks, especially our students that may be on the bus. So we'll see that change and bring in another dip in the temperatures by like maybe a degree or two, and that'll continue. For my folks that are just joining, Max has pooped out on me this morning, so I think it is not at all responding. Yeah, I think we're still out of the mix, so I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here. Which I did theater growing up. I also improv'd once we learned all the facets of theater, so this is kind of what prepared me for this position, honestly, being able to just go from the top of my head. But something else I had in there, I promised I would keep my playground forecasts in there for the students that may be watching, or even the teachers that may be paying attention for just checking in, you know. And I know today is the first day of school for a few counties. I want to say it's Morgan County that it was the first day of school for. Happy first day of school. Parents, we're getting back into the swing of the school year, and I have a teacher mom, and honestly, just the excitement. She comes home so worn, but worn with love, if that makes sense. She just adores her students and loves this time of year. She loves to start fresh, and of course she misses her students from last year, but it's always fun to meet her new students and the personalities. So that is something she looks forward to every single year, and boy, do they run her ragged. She comes home, she's like, oh my gosh, you won't believe what they did today, and they're just doing tons of fun stuff. So for playground experiences though, it's gonna be a beautiful day outside. We're gonna expect temperatures to sit in those mid and upper 80s. Again, some areas could see 90s. Good deal of overcast, prominent clouds mainly, but we could see peaks of sunshine through there. And I'll go through our 10-day forecast for you. We expect rain chances to pick up around Sunday and Monday, and that will lead to stickier conditions. We're already sticky at the moment, but humidity will become almost oppressive and uncomfortable coming into Monday and Tuesday as those rain chances go up to about 40 or so percent. They don't do much to cool us off though, so we're kind of back in that swing of rain chances keeping us on the steamy side of things. So for my girlies in the morning, you're gonna have to do some extra styling. You're gonna need some extra hold to your hair. And I'm speaking from experience. We're gonna see some uncomfy conditions. However, I would take these over the extreme heat we had just a couple weeks ago. So no triple digits here. We're expecting our heat index values to stay right around that 94 peak. So nothing beyond that. And rain chances will be in the mix of the next couple of days. So just keep the umbrella around. Some days have less of a chance than others. I believe our Wednesday chance and our Saturday chance for next week. Not this upcoming Saturday. This upcoming Saturday has 10%, but Wednesday and next Saturday, I believe, are 20% chances out of the 30 and 40 that are sprinkled in between those days. So it's going to be one of those days where if you pack your student's backpack, or if your student's packing their own backpack, make sure they are aware to keep that umbrella nearby, especially if they're walking home from school, or even if they walk, they bike, whatever they may do, they skateboard, rollerblade. Make sure they have a rain jacket or something to protect themselves from the rain, because no one likes being wet, you know? So other than that, I think that's every single thing possible. But of course, as things change, we'll always update you right here via Weather Extra. You can always tune in TVL. We have our noon show, and then we also have our evening show. We'll also update you through our app on Facebook right here. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday and an amazing start to your weekend. Be safe and have fun, and I will see you next time.